Hey you guys, so last time you see me was my pregnancy video and I had just had a baby. So Kason is here. So now the whole purpose of this video, as you can tell by the title, is to basically have a conversation with you guys and let you know how my life has been after having another baby after like 6.5 years. So Caleb is 7 and Kason is 3 months right now. Today is Thursday. I think today is the 13th. So on the 16th, in 3 more days, Kason will be 4 months. So I basically just want to catch you guys up and let you know how my life has been, like what's been happening, how Kason is doing, how Caleb is coping, basically how everything is going. So first to start off, the C-section, everything went good. Well, I was hoping everything went good. And I noticed, like, after I had Kason, that I was so tired, and Chris kept saying, oh, maybe it's because, you just had a baby. And, I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably true. I haven't had a baby in like almost 7 years. So maybe I don't know how it feels anymore. Like, I couldn't recall being that tired after Caleb, but maybe I felt like I was kind of like overthinking the whole situation. So maybe I'm just, not used to, the after pregnancy feeling. But okay, so we stay on the second floor of our apartment complex, and it's like I would be so tired after climbing those stairs. Like I literally would have to come in the house and sit down for at least almost 5 minutes. I had to catch my breath. But I noticed that it started being weird because I would get tired coming from our room to the kitchen. I'm 26 years old. There's no way I should be tired walking to the freaking kitchen. So I still was kind of like blowing it off. So one morning, I woke Chris up. I had like this terrible pain in my chest and in my back, and it just felt like I couldn't breathe, and I felt like I had to throw up, but nothing would come. I just felt horrible. I felt so bad. It was hurting so bad. Like I couldn't even this is around the time I started like kind of giving Kason formula, because after I had him, he was exclusively breastfed. So I gave him formula a couple of times, but I couldn't even breastfeed him that morning. I was hurting so bad. So Chris called out of work and he took me to the hospital. So the hospital, they ran a couple of tests, and you guys, I found out I had postpartum heart failure. The proper term for it is postpartum cardiomyopathy. So basically what it is after I had my baby, my heart got weak, so it wasn't pumping like it was supposed to. Another weird thing I noticed too was my feet were always swelling. Like that you experience swollen feet after your C-section, but mine went down, then all of a sudden they got swollen again. So it just didn't feel normal. So they was telling me, Mom, because my heart, huh? One second. Okay, I'm sorry, but Kason was calling. This is Kason, by the way. You guys haven't seen him since he was laying in that little bed since my pregnancy video. This is Kason. So I am about to be 4 months. And this is Caleb. He is 7 years old. So back to what I was saying. My feet were swelling over again. That couldn't be normal. So they told me in the hospital I had postpartum cardiomyopathy. It kind of scared me because, like I said, I'm 26 years old. So to know that I'm having an issue with my heart is just crazy, and it kind of like overwhelmed me. And to know that they had to keep me overnight, that was scary too, because I have never been away from Kason since he's been born. So it was kind of hard leaving him, just leaving him. My mom came to the hospital with me, and because everything with COVID that's going on, Chris was supposed to like kind of switch out with my mom and come to the hospital and be up there with me. But because my mom came first, they have this rule where I'm from that if my mom already came, I can't switch people even if she was to leave and he wanted to come, I couldn't do that. The one person that did come had to stay. So my mom stayed overnight. And let me tell you one thing. I salute my mom so much because they didn't even give her a bed or anything to sleep on. It was literally like a regular like chair with like wooden, like the wooden like things you put your arm on. She sat up in that chair all night and she laid her head on the wall, and that's how she slept. Like all to like just spend the night with me. That's what she did. So I really, really appreciate her for that, and just being there with me, because it was a tough time because I had to spend like time away from Kason and Caleb, and Kason had just turned 2 months the next day, so I wasn't there with him when he turned 2 months, and kind of like, I don't want to get emotional because I almost just got emotional, but it's like I wasn't with him when he turned 2 months, and I was like, I wasn't taking it well because I just didn't want to be away from my baby. So he was in good hands. He was with his grandma, so he was good. So that's what I went through. So they told me I would be on my meds for probably up to 6 months. Worst possible news that I heard from them. Oh my gosh. They said I would have to stop breastfeeding because the medication that I was on, it was too strong, I guess, for me to continue to breastfeed. And that's one thing, like, I really, really hate, but I'm glad I started, letting him get a glimpse of how formula is, because, he at least, knew how it felt to taste formula in a sense. But it was very hard because he used to like kind of move his mouth around, and he wanted my breast very badly, and it hurt my feelings that I couldn't give it to him. So right now he's exclusively on formula. They wanted me to pump and dump, and I guess if I'm off the medication soon, I could start back. But Kason is not gonna latch after, he stopped when he was 2 months. So it's like he doesn't even, I tried it and he won't even latch. So I just let my milk kind of just dry up. So that's one thing that I had to deal with. So I'm still dealing with that. I'm doing a little bit better. I started off being on 6 pills like every day. Like 4 of those pills I had to take twice a day. The other 2 I had to take once a day. And it was just hard, like being so young and being on medication every day. And right now I've been doing so good that I only take 2 pills. Yay me. I take 2 pills twice a day. And I have an appointment coming up soon. It's just a regular appointment to see how I'm doing. But the appointment that I'm going to have after that, they're going to do like a heart ultrasound to see if everything's okay. And fingers crossed, I'll update you guys on that. If everything is okay, then I can get off my medication. And that will feel just so good. So another thing, that's one thing that I went through. The other thing is basically me being afraid of how Caleb would take it with me having a new baby, because it's been him for a very long time. It's always been me and Caleb. It's like he's a big boy, so it's like when Kason came so unexpectedly, in my head I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want my child to feel left out. I don't want him to feel, a type of way now that he has a new baby brother. But I can say he absolutely loves his baby brother. Like, he's always playing with him. He always wants to help and do things, and I try my best to include him as much as I can. Sometimes I get overwhelmed, and sometimes I just need the space to just do it myself. And I try not to come off like with an attitude to hurt his feelings. I don't want to do that. But I try my best to, include him as much as I can. He loves him so much. I know sometimes he probably feels kind of weird because, it's going to be people that's asking about the baby or coming to see the baby, and he's just not used to someone else in his household getting all that attention. But I explained to him that they're only like that because Kason is a baby. Trust me, when Kason gets older, it's not going to be that way. So, but with me coping with going from one child for a very long time to having 2, of course, I'm not going to make it seem like I'm a pro. I'm learning every day, just like I feel like every mom is. I don't care if you have 4 or 5 kids. Like, it doesn't matter. I feel like every day is a learning experience, and every child is different. Caleb and Kason are so different already, because Caleb, he's very energetic now. he's always been energetic, but he's always been an easy child. Like, he started doing everything so early. Like, I never, and you may not believe me, but I never experienced long nights being up with a baby. Like, Caleb, he just slept so much. He slept so much till, like, it worried me sometimes. Like, I used to check him to make sure he's still breathing. But he wasn't a crybaby. Like, just being honest, Kason, he has lungs on him. He's very demanding. He's going to let you know what he wants done, when he wants it done, and whenever he wants it done is right now. Like, you have to do it now, or he's going to throw fits. He's a very demanding baby. It's like, it's so different with him. Like, but I love my babies so much. He's just, a demanding little boy. And he's so mean. Like, people say they can't really tell when they're a baby, but he's so mean. But Caleb is a sweetheart. Like, he's sweet. He's a people person. He talks so much. He talks to everybody. He doesn't mind holding a conversation with complete strangers. Sometimes I have to tell him to stop because it worries me. But he's just, he's a people person. He's friendly. And right now, Kason just mean mugs everybody that looks at him. Like, so, but my life has been pretty good. Chris is an amazing dad. He helps a lot when it comes to Kason and Caleb. Like, he treats Caleb like he's his own. But as far as that, my life is like going from 1 to 2 kids has, it hasn't been as hard as I thought it was going to be. Kason, he's a sweetheart to me, but he mean mugs everyone else. I think he just knows I'm his mommy. You know I'm your mommy? You know I'm your mommy? Hey, Kason. As far as that's, all I really had to talk about. Hope you guys like this updated video of me, showing you my kids, showing you Caleb, showing you Kason, and just letting you know how my life has been since then. So if you like my video and everything I talked about, subscribe. I have more to come. And, like, comment, subscribe. I'm a talker, so I have plenty to talk about. But with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your day. Say bye-bye, Kason. Say bye-bye, Caleb.
Bye. Make sure you subscribe to her videos and smash the like button.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.